Today I fucked up by selling my nudes to my stepdad. Obligatory notice that this happened a couple of days ago, but I'm still recovering from it. Let me introduce myself real quick. I'm an ethot who sell nudes and feet pics. Been doing this for almost 6 months now, cause life is hard and I need money. I've been really discreet about it too. My family is too traditional for a closet bisexual hoe like me, and if they were to find out, my head would be on a platter and I knew it. So me, the sneaky know-it-all I thought myself to be, continued selling nudes and living my best life until the major fuck-up happened. 2 months ago, an elderly man DM'd me on Twitter asking to be his sugar babe. Knowing the scammers that lurk around, I didn't give much attention to that. His profile was new and anon with a few tweets and no face, has body pics too, so my suspicion grew. Also, I'm not open about my ethotness on my Twitter handle, so when he'd been out of the blue it felt weird. But this man was persistent. He'd been again after a couple of days, saying that he has noticed the paypigs that follow me and kinda know that I'm an ethot, and if I wasn't one he's sorry. I ignored again. But I was intrigued by this older man who has a decent TL, so being the bitch I started stalking to know if he's legit or not. His page contained mostly political tweets and there was actual people interacting with him. My curiosity grew, so I thought it'd be a good idea to text him back, and that's when it all started. We both kept our anonymity, and started having little chats. What started out as sweet chats transitioned to mad dirty as days went by. He was extremely sweet and sincere. He bought a few of my nudes and then we started trading pics. Every night he sent me vids of him jerking off, and I sent him mine. We literally fucked each other virtually. He told he was 45 but his abs said 30, and I was excited to get his DMs every night. 18 years/oh me somehow felt more valuable cause older man with a hot body found my itty bitty titties attractive. It went on like that for a month. A week ago I got really horny at night and texted him. It was really late but he replied saying his wife is sleeping next to him, and can't sext. I, being the obnoxious dumb doodle I am, somehow thought it'd be a good idea for him to go to the bathroom and film. He did as I said. I opened the video with the intention of masturbating, but boy, I was in for a surprise. I noticed the tiles on the wall behind him. At first, I felt numb, then a shockwave went through my entire freaking body. I recognized the tub. The tiles. The fucking blue tiles. The same tub I used to bathe. Holy fucking shit. That used to be my fucking room. My mind went to dumb bitch mode for a while. I sat in my room clueless. TF just happened. Did I trip? Was that my room? Or is my mind making up shit now? The doubt kept me sleepless through the night. You know the feeling you get when it's your finals next day and you haven't learned shit. That feeling. But I wasn't gonna let the doubt kill me. So, to make sure that I was wrong, the next day I asked him to give me a mirror selfie in his bathroom. And boy, was I right. He's in what used to be my bathroom. The bathroom that I first fucked in. Jesus. I blocked him right away and sat down to process all the mess that happened. I physically revolted. I felt this thing where something goes GLSBSKS down your chest and abdomen. I virtually fucked my stepdad. TF is my life. I don't know what made me feel so disgusted, whether the fact that we used to sext or him cheating on my mom. I felt like telling my mom that he ain't what she thinks he is, but how will I? We weren't as close as we used to be. Ever since she married him I kinda kept a distance. Maybe that's why I never realized that it was my stepdad. I've only met him in person just twice. Also, what evidence would I provide? I felt so disturbed, nauseated and obviously, emotionally scarred. How on earth will I ever face this man again? Pretty sure he's wondering where I dipped to. And kinda worried to invite them over to my place cause he know my damn curtains and walls. Too long didn't read, sold nudes to stepdad and made him jerk off to me, and now anxiety and embarrassment are strangling my fucking conscience. Edit, since this blew up I think I should link the DM. It's literally 7:30 here and I haven't slept for over 24 hours, so let me get some sleep first. I'll be back. Be ready for some laughs at my expense. Edit 2. Edit 3, I'm gonna take a chance by unblocking him. Wish me luck. Also sorry for addressing him as elderly. I'm pretty sure you've figured out by now that I'm dumb, so forgive me for that. English isn't my first language. Macron. Last edit 4. The previous owner of this account have given away her accounts on Reddit and Instagram, and I have taken over. I'll be selling nudes and feet pics. Smile. Edit 6. Why but my last user got deleted, so my new username is Chanel Time. Him, should I spend money on ethos or on my family? Also him, why not both? Oh man, that's rough. Nope, I didn't. My account is anon. I would be super worried he already knows. Knew from the start. Yeah. He just stumbled across her Twitter handle. Hell of a coincidence. Did you offer him a family discount? Bruh. Talk about keeping it in the family. Assuming this isn't an elaborate shitpost, or a wayward entry into some erotica writing sub, yeah. Wow. Maybe redecorate. Like, soon. The curtains yes, but the wall. I'ma die. Today I fucked up, by leaving my dragon dildos out to dry, NSFW. This is literally still happening. Maybe it will continue for the rest of my life. Maybe this is it for me. So I live in an apartment-style dorm, but my roommates do not move in for a few more weeks, so I am alone in my unit for now. This is very clear because there is a placard with my name and my name only on the front door. This morning I woke up to the sounds of clanging and walking in my unit. I panicked before my mind supplied, oh that's the janitor that comes to clean the bathrooms on Mondays. And I immediately suffer a heart attack. It is Wednesday. I was not expecting a janitor visit. In the tub, drying overnight, I had arranged a smorgasbord of sex toy delights, anal beads, a plug, and 4 dragon/monster dildos of increasing size. Lined up. Like little sex soldiers. I hear her open the door to the bathroom, and I lay in the bed in my locked room quiet and still. Maybe I can stop existing. I hear some noise, and what sounds like talking. A few minutes later I hear my RA walk in. I hear some comments and some laughter. They quietly convene for what feels like a long while. The RA simply laments why. And the janitor asks if any boys live in the unit. I continue not to breathe. There are 4 bedrooms and they don't know which one I use and all the doors are closed, so if I continue to be quiet I can astral project off this plane of existence without them noticing. I currently hear the sounds of a spray bottle, occasionally followed by bag rustling, and the telltale sound of unsticking a 6-pound hunk of silicone from a tub. I don't know when she'll leave, if ever. I think I'll be trapped here forever, sweating under the covers from anticipation and embarrassment while she talks and laughs and cleans around my monster dildos. Please send me instructions on how to dissolve into the floor. Thanks and have a lovely afternoon. Too long didn't read, left all my sex toys out overnight, so of course the janitor made a surprise visit this morning and invited the RA to come look at my dragon cocks. Update? Oh my god, this absolutely blew up. I'm going to give an update and answer some questions because I think my phone is going to explode. I emerged from my room about an hour later. My toys were as I left them and there was cleaner in the toilet, so my understanding is that the janitor cleaned the bathroom and perhaps lifted the toys to clean underneath them. I rinsed my things and put them hidden in a drawer in my room. I was waiting to update because I half expected some communication from my RA, but this hasn't happened. Sorry the ending isn't juicier, but honestly I wouldn't have been able to handle it, so I'm thankful. The janitor coming in unannounced is standard procedure. I still have no clue why the RA was allowed in. I'm starting to believe maybe it was, in fact, another janitor. The voice was hushed and I may have misidentified it. A lot of you want pics of the toys. I have a pic of the 4 in question in a post I made a month or so ago. Yes, I recommend them. Yes, they are worth the money. I am FDM, so I am a guy, but I currently still have my vagina. I didn't mention my sex or gender because for many reasons it was irrelevant to the story. I put the toys wherever I decide I want them. This clarification is here, so that discussion and speculation in the comments is no longer necessary. Comments about this aren't going to spark fun or interesting conversations, so if you want to argue, go do it on a debate forum, not on a funny dildo story. I don't know anything about Game of Thrones, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. Thanks for the awards and funny stories from you all. Hope you have a good day and are never cursed with an inbox that looks like mine does 8 now. Glad my suffering could bring you some entertainment on this rainy Wednesday. Godspeed to you all. I was washing my wife's toys after naughty time. She went downstairs for water. As I was finishing with a thin pink one, my stepdaughter came in and screamed, "What are you doing with that?" I say, "Cleaning it a little off kilter." She then asked why I had her dildo and why I went through her things. I calmly told her this was her mother's. By this time my wife is coming up the stairs. Her daughter ran back to her room. I told my wife about it, who double-checked it was hers. My stepdaughter texted me sorry. To this day I am not allowed to make any sex toy related jokes. How many years was it before she came out of that room again? Ha ha ha. I'm dying of third-hand embarrassment here. I would go rescue my stuff. That shit isn't cheap. It sounded like the janitor sprayed them down with something too. Certain cleaners can do damage to toys. Where are my dragons? She's a college RA, that's not going to be the worst thing she's seen all year. One of my dorm mates was caught getting into a gimp suit in the communal bathroom. It's a co-ed dorm and the RA was just a girl just doing her regular rounds, and apparently she just acted like nothing happened. Own it. Make sure she doesn't take the dragon for themselves. Start calling yourself the mother of dragons. Today I fucked up by forgetting my wheat butter in the fridge while my parents staying in my flat. It all happened this morning. I'm a student in Cologne, Germany. My parents visited me over the weekend and stayed in my own flat. Yesterday evening we went out to get some drinks and celebrate my successful second semester. My dad and me were pretty drunk, so we went home and fell into bed. Next morning my lovely mom made some breakfast for us, while we were still asleep. She woke us up with some coffee, so we sat down in the kitchen. I couldn't eat anything cause my hangover was pretty bad. So my mom and dad started eating some scrambled eggs and some Wurstbrot sausage sandwich. After a few minutes I started eating too. I took my first bite of the bread and recognized/tasted what just happened. I had made some wheat butter with some friends a while ago to bake some cookies. We made way too much of it, so I kept the rest inside a plastic box in my fridge. Yeah. So I took my first bite and realized that my mom took this butter to cook the scrambled eggs and even used it for the Wurstbrot. I was shocked and felt like frozen. I didn't know how to explain or even what to do from there on. My mom noticed my reaction and asked if everything is all right. I asked her which butter she used and she told me that she used the one which was already opened in the box. So I started carefully to explain what just happened before the weed may kick in without them knowing what is going on. My mom started to panic, cause she never done drugs and has completely no relationship to weed. For her it's a real, hard drug. My dad's reaction was pretty chill. He started laughing and tried to calm down my mom, cause he was smoking pot in his youth too. An hour later, after my dad could relax my mom a bit, she fell asleep while my dad got pretty high. He started talking a lot about his time as a teenager and told me stories about some of his trips in and to Amsterdam. I am pretty glad my dad reacted that cool. Cause my mom isn't fine with it at all. As soon as my mom woke up, the drama began again. She is still pretty angry at me and is disappointed cause she thought I would never do drugs. My dad told me she would calm down soon. They drove home a few hours ago. I think I never felt that weird and kind of helpless as today. It's hard to describe how it felt. Awkward for sure. Too long didn't read. My mom took my wheat butter without knowing and made breakfast with it. My dad got high while my mom was groundbreaking disappointed and fell asleep. Edit. So my mom called me today. She apologized that she seemed so disappointed, she was only afraid of it. She told me that she never came in contact with weed even in her youth. She has absolutely no relationship to it. She said that she is proud of me and that I should be carefully with smoking weed. Thanks for all the likes, comments and awards. Didn't expect that to happen. I try to call my dad later and ask him if he is still into smoking weed. Hey, at least you got some cool stories about your dad's younger days out of it. True that. I think it tightened the relationship between us. My mom will get over it, I am sure. Felt a bit bad to see that it disappointed her so much. And yet my 80 years/oh super conservative mother asks when I'm making cookies again, lol. Yeah, my super conservative grandmother is all about edibles too. She never ever would have considered it except she has severe MS, and what can I say? The weed makes her feel normal for a bit. Something similar happened to a friend of mine. Her mom buttered some toast with some really strong butter my friend made. Apparently, her mom just rolled with it, and had a great time. She changed her attitude towards weed after that. Now she regularly smokes it. It all started with the toast. Her mom was so judgmental about us smoking weed, it's so weird to find out she does now too. That's crazy. Shows that a lot of people are against it because they don't really know a lot about it. Ha 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 ha. Good job handling it like a champ and being honest with them. It will be a hilarious story for years to come, smile. Couldn't lie in that moment. I was too scared it would end bad. She's gonna be calling you for more, just you wait. Ha ha. Would be the best way out of this story.